Showers to start the morning when the storm, look at that interesting view. When the storms, we're going to find out more about that. That's coming up in our Storm Team 4 forecast.
Yeah. Did the world just end?
I was just concerned about that. All right.
Kidding. Everyone calm down.
Good morning. It's 6:30 right now on this Wednesday, March 5th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. I'm watching too many streaming shows. Too many. I can't even see something like that and not get nervous. Everything's fine.
Scare everyone.
Maria and Adele are here to tell you everything's okay.
Hopefully it's an aperture setting or something on the camera. But, well, it's more gray than bright skies at this point, hopefully. Although we have no windows in here, so guys, we're kind of isolated. But we look down into Times Square, and yes, the roadways are dry, and right now, that is something that we're watching to change later. Of course, this massive storm system, severe weather on the south side, still a few hours away from that steadier, heavier rain that we're anticipating. Seeing a few light spotty showers through parts of the Hudson Valley, moving into Connecticut right now. 37 in Poughkeepsie, but 49 at Central Park, in the 50s already at Newark. So divide today into two parts. Next few hours through the morning hours, mainly just gray. 10 a.m. temperature, 52 degrees. The second half, everything picks up. Showers, and especially after 3 o'clock through the city during the evening commute, showers and thunderstorms, along with very gusty winds. That'll be wrapping up later on tonight. So kind of a mess for later on. 6:32 now. We appreciate the dry roads currently. Adele, what else is going on?
Yes, we definitely appreciate the dry roads for now. But we are still hitting some delays regardless of the dry roads here. Bell Parkway westbound over by 21B Farmers Boulevard. We do still have this crash taking out a lane. Expect to see some taps on the brakes as you make your way through the area there. And then heading into New Jersey, 22 westbound shut down from Bustler Avenue out to Chimney Rock Road. This is because of an ongoing crash that happened around 4 a.m. Stick to 28 or 287 instead. That's all for now. Back to you, Michael.
I'll take it, Adele. Thanks so much. 6:30.
Now school's around the corner. Let's check in with Maria.
Yeah, and so far so good. We just have a few light sprinkles to the north of town and maybe getting in some recess time before we start to see the heavier rain move in. So it's going to be a little tricky for some at the bus stop getting home from school. They may have to make that mad dash to the house as that rain moves in. But we're also looking ahead to a dry rest of the week. Next week, a different story. We'll show you what we're tracking there in the 10-day.
Thank you, Maria. Also coming up, the storm.
If you are heading on to Route 22 westbound by Bustler Avenue, we've got an update now. Just 2 lanes closed off. Delays are easing out through the area. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll let you know about that crash in Queens. But let's take a live look outside right now onto the inbound approach to the Lincoln Tunnel. Darlene, Michael, we've got about 10 to 15 minute delays.
Thank you, Adele. You can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. We'll be right back. I'm glad she's okay.
It's a rough adjustment.
Good job,
all right.
Yeah.
Now, Maria, we see behind you, so it's going to be a way different evening than it is this morning.
Yeah, for sure. We're still counting on the potential for some severe weather. Again, for us, that's when we get those, perhaps those winds to reach that 55 mile per hour gust level or higher. So that's our main concern, along with, of course, the timing, which is not great, and that heavy rainfall. So that's what we need to get ready for. Just kind of the visual of the timing. We have a few showers trying to creep in already. That's going to be on the light side. So you want to tuck that umbrella in anyway as you head out the door. Even if you're going to only be out later this evening, this is the timeline that you really need to pay attention to. You see it pick up during the afternoon, but really in that 4 to say 8 p.m. time frame, prime time drive, getting the kids home, getting home from work, maybe running an errand after work. This is all going to be with the potential of some very heavy rain and gusty winds. A live radar look right now. You can see some light showers through parts of the Hudson Valley into Connecticut. We're still looking at the main event well off to the west, so we still have several hours before we see all of that pick up. So let's do that. Let's show you hour by hour. Again, a few spotty showers during the morning hours. I stop it at 4 o'clock. That's the main line right there. That is of concern with the heaviest rain and gustiest winds. So between 4 and about 6 p.m., we expect this to come through the Hudson Valley, the city, Newark, Belmar, Toms River. All of the big airports, this could be a problem for any late afternoon and evening flights. Then crossing into Long Island and Connecticut with the heaviest rainfall and gustiest winds in that 7 to about 9 p.m. time frame. And then we see things wrap up and dry out for tomorrow morning. Of course, the wind's a big part of this. We'll see a few hours where those gusts right out of the south, 30 to 40 miles per hour across the area. So that is enough to be problematic as well. We see those ease up heading into tomorrow. As far as anything else, it's quiet the rest rest of the week, that area of low pressure probably not going to do very much, and most of the rest of the stormy weather, wet weather, stays off to our south. So just cloudy for the most part now, 49 degrees. The dew points are up, so it already feels kind of that spring type of energy here. We've got temperatures in the mid-50s today. By tonight, holding steady to near 50 degrees, and we'll end up about the low 50s tomorrow afternoon with some sunshine, though, and breezy. Dry and in the 40s as we head into the weekend, but look at how quickly we see spring come back and hang on for a couple days. Upper 50s near 60 degrees with some sunshine Tuesday and into Wednesday. All right, it is now 6:49. Adele, what are you keeping an eye on?
Keeping an eye on this crash in New Jersey here, 22 westbound Vossler Avenue out to Chimney Rock Road. As I mentioned earlier, no longer completely shut down. We do still have 2 lanes closed off, though. So for the time being, your best bet would be to hop onto 28 or 287 instead. Heading a little further along here, just as a quick reminder, 80 eastbound remains shut down by exit 34. That's heading into Route 15 because of ongoing construction from that sinkhole from a few weeks ago. 46 or 10 would be your way around it. And then heading on to the Gowanus Expressway here through Industry City, delays have definitely picked up. A bit of a tight ride here from the Belt Parkway merge, heading all the way over the Kosciuszko Bridge. And then that earlier crash on the Belt Parkway westbound by 21B, that's cleared out, but still expect to see residual delays. Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, more on transit, but then you're going to need an umbrella later on. Storm Team 4, though, tracking the rain. It could be heavy at times, and we'll have the timeline for that straight ahead. But good morning, everybody. We want to thank you so much for streaming with us on this Wednesday. It's March 5th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero is here looking at the commute on this Wednesday morning, and Maria LaRosa is checking on the weather. Different now from much later on today,
yes,
right?
Most definitely a first half of the day versus the second half of the day. So right now it's just kind of gray skies out there. But if you know you're going to be out past, say, lunchtime, you want to make sure you're kind of ready for what will be some heavy rain and those gusty winds. And this is the reason why, and you can kind of see it is all wound up, a big springtime storm here. Snow and blizzard conditions on one side, severe on the other. We've got a couple more hours before we see some of that steadier rain fill in. For now, it's just some light spotty showers out there and temps already pushing into the 50s. So again, through lunchtime, mainly just gray. After that, some showers begin to move in, really expecting the heaviest with the thunderstorm threat, also the gustiest winds to be in that, say, 4 to 8 p.m. time frame, and that includes the majority of the evening commute. Unfortunately, we do start to see that taper off later on tonight, but we hold on to the mild weather. Temperatures only dipping to near 50 degrees by tomorrow morning. All right, let's see what's slowing us down right now. Adele, good morning.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning to everyone streaming with us now. Heading out the door just anytime today, basically. 80 eastbound will remain shut down by exit 34. This is for ongoing construction work because of that sinkhole from a few weeks ago. 46 or 10 would be your way around it. Heading out right now, though, 22 westbound. You do have 2 lanes closed off Vossler Avenue out to Chimney Rock Road. This is because of an ongoing accident. You've got 28 or 287 instead. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele.
Wednesday morning, we're going to take a look at the weather with Maria LaRosa.
Yeah, they're looking pretty just great right now, but it's the second half of the day that gets pretty bumpy. As you can see from Patterson, Yonkers, and Norwalk, by 5 p.m., the heavy rain is coming on through, even some thunder, and of course those gusty winds, which peak today, but it stays pretty breezy through the weekend. But are we tracking any more rainfall after this? I'll have an update on that in the 10-day.
Thank you. Also,
if you're hitting the roads right now, 22 westbound by Vossler Avenue, still watching this crash, taking out 2 lanes. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to let you know what your commute is going to look like for the day ahead. Here's a live look outside now onto the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. You're watching Today in New York.